I wanted to welcome you to MCA, our team. And the video I'm putting together today is an instructional video that's going to walk you through how to set up your TVC Matrix back office. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind, it is part of MCA. TVC Matrix is actually the marketing arm of MCA. So that's why if you're wondering why the names are different, it's actually the same company. It's just a marketing division or arm, if you will. And that's where you get paid, or we all get paid through TVC Matrix. Matrix is the name of the company. So what you're looking at right now on the screen, by now, you would have already signed up and got your account and logged into your TVC Matrix back office. I wanted to do this video because we had people that were asking questions about, how to set up their user ID and so forth, and they were a little confused about how to make the changes in the system. Because basically, when you actually get when you get set up in the account, you get access to this back office. Now, here's some key things that we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on basically how you set your login information so you know what your user ID is. And then what you're going to do is I'm going to show you how to change it. So first thing we're going to do here is when you log into the account, you're going to actually click on the Associates tab. When you click on the Associates tab, you're going to see all kinds of information there, and you're going to see your you're going to see a link here. This link here is the link, which is actually the link that you'll actually have people go to in order to make the purchase. Now, if you notice on my link here, it has my last name, my first initial, middle name, and last name. That's just what I use as my user ID. You're going to be looking at yours, and you're going to see a bunch of numbers here. You're more than likely going to see your ID. You're going to see your ID at the end of it, and you can easily change that. If your ID is already there, that's going to be considered your user ID. Okay, if you see the number there. But if you decided you want to make it more descriptive so that you can change it to your name, I'm going to show you how to do that. Mine's already changed, but when I first got the system, it was actually coded to the ID, which was a numeric ID. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on the Accounts tab. And then when you see the Accounts tab, it's going to have all your personal information, your monthly orders, and so on and so on. So then what you want to do is you want to click on the login. See the one that says the login info. And when you click on that, that's actually going to take you into this particular area where it's going to show you your username is going to be the numeric one in this section here. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to change that to whatever nickname you want to give it. And if you have a new password and so forth, you want to change it to. And if you want to change your security question, you do that. But typically, you're just going to change the number to a given name, and then you're going to click Update. And when you click the Update, it's actually going to make that update, which will be the username at the end of the URL on the Associates tab. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the Associates tab, and I'm going to click on, this is where you need to pay close attention to, because in order for you to get paid through TVC Matrix, MCA needs to pay you. There's some qualifications and things that you'll need to have completed. So what you want to do is you want to click on the Associates Eligibility button. When you click on a button, it's going to take you to Associate Eligibility. And it's going to tell you the percentage of the steps that you have completed or what you need to complete. So you're typically going to want to make sure that you get all of these steps completed. You're going to need to get a couple of them will be checked off already, I believe. But you're going to need to set up your direct deposit, and that's what you're going to need to do. And then you're also going to need to contact, here's the key here, you're going to want to contact Associate Services, like as soon as you get your account, or they're going to call you, but I always recommend people to get on the phone and call them. And here's the reason why you want to call them, because you want to contact Associate Services because you need to validate your account with them. So, and validating it is mainly for your protection. So they're just making sure that it was actually you that actually signed up for the service. And they're going to ask you a series of validation questions and security questions to make sure who you are. And it's for your protection. So they're going to call you, but I strongly recommend that you actually contact them. Okay? And then here's the other thing. You're going to make sure that everything on this checklist is completed. You're going to need to download the associate agreement. And when you download it, it's just a document that you sign it, you scan it, and then they'll give you, when you download it, it's going to give you an option to upload it. Mine is already done, but you'll see the button on there where you can scan it, sign it, scan it, and then in your computer, and then upload it. And you'll need to do the same thing for the uh, current W9 form, because I need that for your taxes, because you know every year you're going to have to report this on your taxes, any income that you've earned, and they're going to actually send you the 1099 at the end of the year because this is a business. Okay? And then the last section, not every state has this, but there is a state, I believe it's the state of California. Well, it is the state of California that is going to require you to have a license, and it's at your or whatever state you're in. If it says you need a license, and a license is really some type of a form I think you have to complete, and I think there's a fee. I mean, there is a fee, but it's not every state, so you want to check with your state to find out, what it is. But most of the states don't have a license required, so I think the only one is California, or maybe certain parts of California. So you may not even have to worry about that. And then it gives you other methods of submission where you could actually email the documents. You could actually email the documents at the bottom, and you can actually fax the documents. There's an 800 number at the bottom as well too, for you to be able to handle that. So that pretty much wraps it up as far as accessing your TVC matrix. You can actually check your sales. You check all your order entry. You'll be able to figure all this out when you go in there. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, you'll be able to track everything. You'll be able to track your payments that you received. Any sales that come in, it'll list and journal all the sales that you received, and so forth. Okay, so that's the system for MCA. That's the back office that you would actually access and get everything set up, and where you're tracking where all your sales are going to go to, and you'll get notifications every time you have sales. Okay, so that completes that.